Today I am going to talk about the Beauty of Vinland Saga. In first glance, this anime is about Vikings, wars, and pure violence, but the second you understand some of the crucial takeaways that it provides, the whole image changes. I have divided Vinland Saga to 4 chapters that I think are the most important parts and overall pillars of this anime. Metamorphosis. Show starts with Thor's, one of the strongest Viking now retired, having a family of his own. We are quickly introduced to the son of Thor's, who is just a normal boy named Thorfinn, until he witnessed his dad die right in front of him. He swears that he is going to dedicate his life to kill the man responsible. That's why he joins Askeladd's team, specifically training to be strong enough to kill him.
How dare you take a warrior like my father! I'm gonna kill you for that! I'll be the last thing you see! I'll kill you, do you hear me? I'm gonna kill you!
This is much more devastating scene that you think. After Thorfinn's brutal speech, Vikings stop laughing and have this serious faces when they realized what they have done to this boy. From being a normal, immature, happy child, to a child full of hatred, anger, and burning desire of violence. After this point, the only thing that mattered to Thorfinn was to get stronger to kill Askeladd. He challenged him several times to end the suffering of his soul, but no matter how strong he got, he couldn't defeat Askeladd.
Still, don't forget, time is on your side. You'll grow stronger while I get older. A day might come when I actually lose to you. That's the way of things. Even the strongest die in the end.
What is interesting about this scene is that even though Askeladd is way stronger than Thorfinn in this moment, Askeladd knows what future holds. He knows that there will be a time when he will die in a fight, and he accepts and embraces that because he knows how the world works. In a weird way, I got a feeling that Askeladd wants Thorfinn to achieve his burning goal and end his life when the time is right. This statement might shock you, but even though Askeladd is far from the model of good character, he still fits the mold of father figure for Thorfinn. And that's why next chapter was so devastating for Thorfinn. The breaking point. Season 1 ends with Askeladd dying with the hands of another, and Thorfinn wasn't the one to kill him, which leaves a void in his soul because he spent his whole life with one goal in mind: avenge his father by killing Askeladd. And now that Askeladd isn't here anymore, Thorfinn is very confused and empty inside. Also, as I mentioned it before, Askeladd was a father figure for Thorfinn in a strange way, and when Askeladd died in Thorfinn's arms, he was sad and angry at the same time. Now that whole reason of living for Thorfinn is non-existent. He is confused and doesn't know what to do, say, or feel. He is completely broken inside. Emptiness. The first scene of Season 2 starts with completely new characters Einar's life, living in a peaceful land with his family until Vikings came in and destroyed the village, killing Einar's whole family. But if there's one thing Vinland Saga established, is that this world is not very forgiving. Einar is now bought as a slave from the same man who enslaved Thorfinn. We see Einar and Thorfinn get to know each other, which lets us see how much Thorfinn has changed. As Einar has trauma over his village being destroyed by the same warriors like Thorfinn, the author of Vinland Saga shows us the division between them, Einar trying to choke Thorfinn while sleeping. But actually, it was the opposite. This scene was one of the crucial moments that shaped their relationship for better. Season 2 almost has no action. It's very much focused on Thorfinn's journey, from being killing machine to now being a farmer, a slave, who has zero desires, goals, or dreams. He He is trying to come with the terms of the evil that he's taken part in. Both Einar and Thorfinn now understand the depths of this world, how cruel it is. Especially Thorfinn. He does reconcile and understands what he did was unforgivable, so now he wants to dedicate his whole life creating a peaceful world where there are no enemies. Most people didn't like Season 2, they say it was boring. It's true that there is almost no fighting in Season 2 compared to the Season 1, and that's because it's not the focal point anymore. Most people look at Vinland Saga and thought it was another action-oriented anime, and when the Season 2 literally turned everything upside down, people started hating on it. I think more people need to read between the lines sometimes and understand how good Season 2 actually was. It's so beautiful that from Season 1, we take Thorfinn as a one-dimensional character. Only thing he wants is revenge, and nothing more. Kill Askeladd, no matter what it takes. But now, we have this whole journey of his growth. Season 2 goes so deep with all this philosophical things and Thorfinn's growth arc. It's absolutely amazing. A world without enemies. One of the most important scenes of Vinland Saga is Thorfinn and Canut's conversation. The idea of a world where there is no wars and battles, a world without enemies, is a next desire and dream of Thorfinn's to accomplish. And Canute, who once was scared to speak, is now a sovereign king. The most powerful of all the Vikings of the Northern Sea has a similar goal of creating a paradise. Both Thorfinn and Canute want to create a paradise in this world, but it's interesting how their ideologies and plans are so different from each other while technically having the same goal. Canute's idea of paradise for Vikings, and Thorfinn's idea of a land of peace and no violence. These two paradises complete one another. So that's why, next, Canute withdraws and leaves the village, showing Thorfinn that they are not the polar opposites. The message of Vinland Saga. I feel like the author of Vinland Saga, Makoto Yukimura, tries to tell very human stories by this series, and he tries to put that in everything he does as well. And I would argue that's what makes some of the best stories in manga or anime. The author showed us human side of the characters through emotions and physical violence. It's not just a bunch of people killing each other, there's some hidden messages there that needs to be explored. There is many powerful and interesting lessons in Vinland Saga, such as how brutal slavery is, how illogical fighting each other is, and so much more. For me, Vinland Saga is about growth. It's about learning and second chances. That despite your past, you can always make a choice to be a better person. From raging wars, violence, and slavery, Vinland Saga came to no cruelty or brutality. This anime showed us that there is a possibility of creating a peaceful land, far beyond the sea, called Vinland.